right, guys, happy Motivational Monday and welcome back to How to Get Started with Your Fitness Part 2. I don't know why I'm speaking Spanish to you right now when we are actually in Finland, Åland. More specifically, we are at CrossFit North Ox right now, which is actually in the middle of transforming into an OPEX gym, the first OPEX gym in Scandinavia, as a matter of fact. Look it up, guys. Cool stuff. In case you missed How to Get Started with Your Fitness Part 1, that was my Motivational Monday video last week. And just a very quick recap, basically this all got started because one of my friends asked me, Anya, how do I get started with my fitness? And I thought that was such a fantastic question that I wanted to make a video that turned into 2 videos about just how to get started with your fitness if you are a beginner, and more specifically, what type of beginner you are. So last week, we went over the inconsistent person and the novice. So basically somebody that can't stay on their fitness game, and every time they start over, they feel like they're really starting over and they're a brand new beginner. And then the novice is somebody who has pretty much never picked up a dumbbell in their life, has never really walked into a gym or worked out on their own. So that's who we covered in video number 1. If you are one of those 2 types of people, feel free to go watch that video and then come back to this video for more inspiration. But today we are going to be going over the team player and the injured/limited person. The team player is somebody who may have played sports in either high school or college and they worked out with a team, but now they've grown up a little bit, they're out in the real world, they have to work out on their own, and you don't really know where to go from here. The injured/limited person is somebody with an injury that is recent or something that maybe happened a long time ago, or you were maybe born with a physical ailment of sorts. Maybe you were born without a limb. Maybe you have some other condition that just makes you feel like it is complicated for you to work out or have somebody that's going to train you because you feel like you have so many disadvantages or so many things to modify. And that's at least how you've been perceiving it your whole life until now. But my first piece of advice, and this goes for absolutely everybody, I don't care who you are, I don't care what background you have, what condition you have, you need to figure out what you want to achieve. And by that I mean you need to figure out what is the feeling that you are after. Working out obviously keeps us healthy, but it also allows us to feel good in a whole bunch of different ways, like building our confidence, keeping our energy levels high. It might be that you literally want to create more friendships and relationships with people that are going to be good influences to you. It helps us feel physically, but also mentally strong. Or maybe you just want to feel secure in your health. Maybe you have somebody in your family that suffered from some chronic disease, or something runs in your family that you really don't want to get. And so you just want to feel secure knowing that you're doing everything that you can to prevent that sickness from coming to you. So what is it that you're after? If you're just now getting started with your fitness, this is a question that I would really like for you to sit down and think about, because this is going to be your first source of motivation within you that's going to keep you going on your fitness journey long term. Now, if we are going to start talking about the team player, I just want to let you know that I have not come from any serious sports background. I played a little bit of recreational soccer and basketball in my lifetime growing up, but other than that, I've pretty much just stuck to the gym since I was about 18. But from what I can assume, and also from talking to friends who do have sports backgrounds, is that first of all, you enjoy exercising with people. You can appreciate getting coached, and you might not thrive as well off of creating your own workouts. You might thrive better off of being maybe told what to do when it comes to working out. You do best with structure and schedule and set times, and that's pretty much kind of what you're used to. Now that you don't have a coach or a team depending on you, and you don't have your parents driving you to swim practice or soccer practice 3 times a week anymore, you might find that you're having a little bit more trouble keeping yourself disciplined, because now the only person depending on you is you. So my first piece of advice in this situation would be to figure out, how can you make your fitness as structured as possible? What kind of schedule do you need to set for yourself that you know you will stay consistent at? And what's it going to take for you to stay consistent? You're probably going to want to be around people that are working out with you. It might be people you already know, or it might be joining a community of people that you can create relationships with. I think also getting a coach would be a fantastic way to stay accountable and also get some direction with your fitness so that you're not having to come up with everything by yourself. And then of course, finding something that's going to be fun for you to do fitness wise. It shouldn't be all about now I'm getting overweight and I'm starting to eat like crap and I need to start getting back in shape. This really shouldn't feel like an obligation for anybody. I talked about this a lot in my last video, but basically finding a form of fitness that's going to be fun for you to do is going to keep you way, way, way more motivated than just going to the gym and eating the right things because you know you have to. It should be exciting. And if you're a competitive type person, since you were on a sports team, so maybe you're a little more competitive than the average person, try to create that environment for yourself again. Find somewhere that's going to care about you and your goals, and that's going to care about keeping you accountable, and that maybe can help you set that schedule for yourself. But make it realistic. If you feel like, it's been 7 years since you worked out, but you used to be this amazing athlete, you were there at one point in time, but just realize where you're at now and accept where you're at now and accept that maybe you want to start off a little bit lighter just so that you can stick to your goals and that you don't feel like a failure after trying to go way too hard, way too quickly, and then realizing that you're not where you used to be. Now, we're gonna move on to talking about the injured/limited person. And the first thing that I want to say, and I really want you to hear this, please do not think that the gym is not for you and that there isn't someone out there that can help you. There is, I promise. Fitness is not for one person over another. Fitness is for everybody, and it's really just about finding the right help. But you've got to be brave enough to take the first step, which is going to be picking up that phone or walking into a gym and saying, hey, this is who I am, this is what I've got, and do you have somebody that can help me? And be careful, because when you do go to a gym and you do tell them what's going on, oftentimes, most times, the gym will probably just want your business and they'll say, oh yeah, we've got a trainer that, has worked with this or that can work with you and just come on in. But make sure that you're gonna get a trainer that's going to not just work around your limitations, but that's going to work with your limitations and actually help you in your weakest areas. So if they're a good gym, they're gonna sit down and have a consultation with you first, and they're going to ask you about your background, and they're gonna write a bunch of stuff down, and they're going to tell you exactly how they're going to help you. And if you feel like you can establish trust with this person and you really have a good, deep inside instinctive feeling about this person, that's probably who you should go with. And I think the best way really to find the perfect trainer is by finding somebody else that may have the same problem as you and see who they're getting coached by. Now, there are 3 athletes that I want to leave you guys with that are super inspiring and super motivating and have what most people would say would be extreme disadvantages over the average person when it comes to just being able to work on their fitness, but they are still out there absolutely killing it. So I just wanted to introduce them one by one here, and the first one is Victor Asaf. Victor is an adaptive athlete who's been a coach and a CrossFit competitor for many years, and he was in a serious motorcycle accident in 2012. He became immobile in his right arm, broke his jaw in 3 different parts, and was in a coma for 5 days. When he woke up, the doctor asked him what he does for a living. He told him he was a coach and does CrossFit. Guess what were the first words out of that doctor's mouth when he told him that? Okay, well, you're just gonna have to forget about that and start doing other things because you're never gonna be able to do that again. That was 6 years ago, and now Victor trains 5 days a week. He uses adaptive gear to work with his limitations and gets assistance from his coach, Chris Stoutenberg. He even competes in world championships and just came out as the 3rd fittest adaptive athlete in the world, and his ultimate goal is to get to the Olympics. Just to quote him, he said this about his situation: "I'm not doing this because I want to prove something. I'm doing this because there's people that need to see this." The word adaptive, it means to show the world that we are capable. It's to show that we only need adaptations to make things easier. Another athlete is Brandy Darby, who just became the first blind athlete to place in a USA weightlifting sanctioned competition, earning a silver and 2 bronze medals in the women's over 35 category. A quote by Brandy goes, "There are a lot of us who don't have the confidence to try this or any sport because the challenges seem bigger than the possibilities." How powerful is that? Go listen to that again. Then we have Nick Santonastaso, who was born with a very rare defect called Hanhart syndrome. And right from the start, when he was born, the doctors told his parents, anything and everything you can imagine that you want your kid to do, he won't be able to do. Well, that was an extremely false statement because Nick went on to become a wrestler in high school. He's even competed in bodybuilding. He is just as big of a fitness enthusiast as I am, if not more. And he is out there doing completely what you would call defying the odds every single day of his life. So if you just look up Nick Santonastasso, you will find amazing motivational, inspirational content of him. So I highly recommend looking really any of these athletes up that I just mentioned to just get inspired, stay motivated, and just realizing that if they can do it, you can do it. So thank you, everybody. That concludes this week's Motivational Monday episode and How to Get Started with Your Fitness Part 2. Hope that you found some value in this video, and I will be back next Monday with more content, so stay tuned. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day. Peace. Have a fantastic fitnessful week. Fitnessful week. Yes, I think we like that word. Fitnessful. Happy Motivational Monday. This is Anya Evanson. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Do you see this piece of chalk that I'm writing with right now?